Hi.
We're Steffi and Tim. We are bringing to you our second episode of Two Hearts, One Song with
Steffi and Tim.
And we hope that you'll enjoy learning a little bit about the song that we're going to share with you today and hearing the song that we'll share with you. And let us know if you've got any thoughts or perspectives that you want to contribute to the story that goes along with it, because I think that every time a song is played, the person who listens to it helps to shape it as well. So
enjoy.
Here we go.
So Steffi,
Yeah.
tell us about this song and what inspired it.
So this song that we're going to share with you today is called Lullaby, and its name doesn't matter. But anyway, it's called Lullaby, and I wrote this song for my dogs, which I don't have anymore. They've since passed. But when I was 9 years old, I begged and begged and begged my parents for a dog for my birthday, and I didn't really think they were going to do it, but I was persistent. And as it happens, I got home from school that day, and they did, in fact, surprise me with a dog. And Ringo just like zoomed in the room. It was so exciting. And I really fell in love with him. It didn't matter that I didn't get to pick him out. And he became my companion as I was growing up, because I was 10, and so as I went through middle school and through high school, and he still lived until I was through college, that there were a lot of ups and downs in my life, and he was a constant, and he really kept me grounded, and it felt like he sort of held a lot of my memories as I was growing up, and so he was really important to me. And anyway, and when he was getting towards the end of his life, I was walking him and kind of started singing to him and realized that this was like a really nice melody. And of course then I had to sing it to Nikki as well. Nikki was my sister's dog, but she came about 4 years after we brought Ringo home, and I helped pick her out for my sister, and so Nikki and Ringo were like two peas in a pod, and they had adventures in the backyard. They sat on the back porch and were guard dogs to the neighborhood and that sort of thing. And she too held just a lot of those youthful memories, and they were my sweet pups, and they felt like, insofar as I could at that age, have a baby. But any good pet lover can relate to that they're your babies when that's who you've got. And so as I was singing to Ringo, and then I was singing to Nikki, it really felt like I was singing a sort of lullaby, and it was kind of sad, because I knew that I couldn't take care of them because I was living somewhere else, and they couldn't come and live with me, and they weren't really getting all of the attention that they deserved and that they needed for being good, faithful pups for so long. And so it was really a kind of a question, where are we going to go and what are we going to do? This sort of dream of the perfect dog ownership life it's hard to sustain when you are going through a lot of changes. And like in the second sort of verse, I write, little boy, I know you cannot see. And that's because he was getting so old that he had crazy cataract and he was just going completely blind. And I had taken him for a walk, and he was sniffing around, and he walked right into a political sign that was posted in somebody's front yard. It wasn't like a bad hit or anything, but he just sort of, bumped it with his head because it was right at that angle he couldn't see. But he's got a lion's heart, and he always did, and he was just such a good, brave, defender pup. And his feet smelled like corn chips, which is a thing. That's not weird. It's weird, but it's a thing.
You're making my coffee taste bad.
I know, but it's not unusual for dogs' feet to smell like corn chips, I think. He was a great dog.
I wouldn't know.
He was a great dog, and so I wrote this sweet lullaby for him.
Great.
And it was a really strong melody. I sang it to myself enough that I could remember it. I set out my words and I wrote them down. I hadn't intended to write a song, but when it happens, you keep it. And then I took it to Tim, and I said, Tim, I need your help. We need to make this into a song more than just a melody. And so I did.
Yeah, it didn't need a lot. She really, I thought it could have used more, but Steffi said, no, I really want to keep it simple, Tim. Let's not do a lot with it. I said, okay, here we go. She said, no, really, less. Well, how about this? No, less. I just want it to be very, very delicate and very simple. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna let you call the shots here. It is really your song after all. I'm just helping. So, you know, I had some ideas and things of picking out a key. I think I did say I thought we should use D flat. Has a very warm color to it. If you ever sing in D flat, you might agree with that, and it sits nicely in Steffi's vocal range as well. So, so that was a win. And then I think we were looking at just the basic harmonic structure and where we might go. Again, I had ideas. Steffi said, "That's a little too much. Let's pare it down a bit." So we ended up with a really simple progression that kind of weaves itself, you know, with the ones and the fours and the fives and the twos, and not really any super strong resolutions. Just to kind of give it that little bit of a floaty feeling, and at the same time stay tonally grounded, so that you're not, you know, left kind of wondering what's going on. So it was fun to put together. Definitely an exercise in simplicity for me. I really like embellishment. I really like, you know, substitutions and harmonic adventures and things like that. But this was not the song for it, and Steffi made that very clear early on.
I wanted it to be a song that, not knowing anything about you know, who was going to hear it, but that they could sing it as a lullaby to whoever was special to them, and that they could, you know, that it would just be simple, that you could play it on a CD and it wouldn't really fill up the space. It would be just enough to kind of take you on that journey into sleep. And
yeah, so what do you say we do it?
Let's do it.
All right.
Enjoy.
Come join us at the piano.
Little girl, hey, what you gonna do? Little girl, I think you know it's true. Little girl, it seems a mystery. Little girl, I'm so in love with you. Little boy, hey, where you gonna go? Little boy, I love watching you grow. Little boy, I know you cannot see, but little boy, you've got a lion's heart to me. Oh, my darlings, what are we to do? Where are we to go? The dream is over soon. Oh, my darlings, I hate to say it so, I think this is goodbye. I'll be with you, let's go.
We hope you enjoyed this lullaby as part of our Two Hearts, One Song episode series with Steffi and Tim. We hope that it brought to mind a special pet of yours that you want to maybe leave a comment below and tell us about your pet and anything that in the song struck you about your pet. If you liked it, go ahead and like the video below and subscribe to our channel so that we can produce more videos like this and share with you our music. Have a great week.